Welcome, Comme des Garçons' own Chet Faker!
I think I'll get in trouble for that. I'm not sure they're paying me to have this yet. So.
Yet.
Well, maybe they will. Maybe they will. And I will take a commission. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Hey, so, Chet, welcome.
Thank you very much.
You started out as Chet Faker, then somewhere along the line, Nick Murphy turned up, and now Chet Faker's...
Well, I think I was Nick Murphy before I was Chet.
What's
About
going
22
on?
years.
Obviously, you make decisions like artists do that sort of thing all the time. What was it for you? What was going on?
People are always asking for like a specific reason. To be honest, I just like to explore things, you know, and it felt like the Chet thing had gotten so big and it kind of become a hindrance. And I was like, I wanted to go and do stuff that wasn't what people were expecting.
But how did Chet start then?
I actually had 3 different projects going in the beginning, but Chet got really big. I had this one called John, one called... Because I was trying to come up with a cool name all the time, and I was like anti that. I'm like, well, John is not that cool. No offense, John. I had one called Atlas Murphy, and then I had this Chet Faker one, and they were all up on SoundCloud at the time, but then the Chet stuff just went viral. And I kind of became known as Chet, you know. And I was
do you ever blame Chet for things that Nick wants?
Yeah,
Do you ever ring ahead of anyone and be like, Chet wants this in his writing? He's been very demanding.
I feel like Chet's supposed to be chill all the time, and that was like something I felt limited by. People thought it was like, I do make chill music, but I don't know, sometimes I'm not chill. I'm chill right now.
So,
What's Nick like?
so Nick Murphy is the one that lets you do a death metal
I don't know
album.
if it's that simple, to be honest. I just think I like being in control of where I'm at, and it felt like I think it's difficult being a creative or an artist when we're used to things being thought of as brands, you know. So you have your brand and you're supposed to make it as big as possible. But it's like that's not really of course that's a side goal, but the goal is also to just like express yourself and make things that are interesting.
Which you've done.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
And you're doing, because you're going back on the road.
Yeah,
and so
I'm back.
you're doing festivals and you're doing some solo
headline
gigs
shows,
as well,
yeah.
yes.
Yep.
What do you have a preference? Like, is it fun being at the festivals because you can kind of party with everyone, but do you also like just being on your own gig because you get all the love?
I feel like festivals there's less pressure. It's just like the energy is so you can go out, you can just be like kick stuff over, and it was like, yeah, let's go. You know, it was like in a venue you kick something over, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
That was Nick.
Isn't that his stuff? Why is he doing that? You know. So I would say festivals, but a headline show you can play for like an hour and a half or something like that, whereas a festival it's usually 60 minutes. So.
But, you know, we were just discussing earlier that how interesting it is musicians now don't have the option, if they're going to make a living, just to kind of sit in their bedrooms. They have to get out and they have to
tour.
perform.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And there's so many great artists in the past that didn't tour. And I often think about that. It's like, well, we're not getting these artists anymore. Of course, people will make music in their own time, but it's a shame. Like, what's the art that we're missing out on because they're not good in front of thousands of people?
Yeah,
you know?
the quiet artist.
Which I think I'm half that, but I'm so rebellious that I refuse to be like not given the chance.
Right.
So I've like, you know, I don't feel that comfortable.
So you go out on stage even though you don't want to and say, take that, Chet.
Yeah, seriously, yeah. I used to have like anxiety attacks in the first years. It was really difficult for me, you know. But I was like, well, I'm not giving this up because I love
like
making
with crowds, with an audience.
Yeah, I used to freeze up on stage and all sorts of stuff. But I was like, I refuse to let that norm push me away from what I love, which is making music. So it's been this big journey for me of figuring out, you know, my intricacies. And
which is lucky for us.
being sensitive. Well, I appreciate it.
for us.
Thanks for giving me another opportunity to be nervous.
Well, you also keep winning a whole bunch of awards too, so hopefully you like award ceremonies because, you know, there's more arias in your future, I'm sure.
Pretty interesting,
Speaking of opportunities, would you like to say anything about Comme des Garçons before we go?
Yeah, no.
The platform is now.
He's not a brand man.
Send me some clothes.
Chet is performing at the Yours and Al's Festival next weekend, as well as a tour that is selling very quickly, by the way. Details are on the website if you'd like to go. Would you please thank Chet Faker?